Hi, this is my self-selected virtual library. We're going to start with the first bookshelf, which is contemporary realistic fiction. The book that I liked the most from this category was otherwise known as Shayla the Great, and this is about a girl who is able to overcome her fear, and she learns a lot about herself as she's at a summer vacation with her family. And I really like this book because it has a lot of relatable life experiences that kids can relate to, and the stories within this book are humorous about a young girl's perspective of life. And the next one is Diverse Population. Diverse Population, the book that I liked the most was Mixed Me, because this is about a book that we see a lot today about diversity in families. So it's about a girl who comes from a family of a white person and a black person. And she discovers and asks herself why she's so unique or so considered so special. And what she learns is that she needs to embrace her uniqueness rather than fighting it and just determine to be the best person that she can be. And this is actually a book that I would use in the classroom because I think that students can read this book and learn that people come from all parts of the world and they are different skin color, different ethnicity, different culture. And I think that students can learn a lot from this when they see students from diverse populations. The next one is fantasy. I really liked the story Matilda because, first of all, it's very whimsical and it is a story that is just heart touching. It has heart touching moments, and it's about a girl who lives in a family that doesn't embrace her uniqueness, doesn't embrace her unique powers that she has. She does not feel accepted. However, when she goes into her teacher's class, she realizes how loving that teacher was and how much she was able to see beyond her powers and see her heart instead, the beauty of her heart. So I really like this story. The next one is historical fiction, and this one I really like The Boy Who Carried the Flag. And the reason why I like that one was because it's about a boy who, it's during the Revolutionary War, he becomes courageous. He learns to just be able to overcome the fear to do a good cause, which was to send the flag that Betsy Ross made for General Washington. And I really liked how also you learn about Betsy Ross and what she did, and I just think this book is great, and this is another book I would use in my class because even though it's a historical fiction, it it does have many facts within the book that students can learn and entertain themselves as well. The next category is informational bibliography. And these are my three books. I really liked Who Says Women Can't Be Doctors. And the reason is because this is about a young girl who is very, if you can say, curious, and she wants to break the stereotype that all women have to be wives. She overcomes a lot of obstacles to become the first female doctor, which she realized that it took a lot of hard work to get there, but she was able to overcome those obstacles. And I think this is a book that I would use in my class because it will teach kids that they can overcome any obstacles that come their way, that doesn't matter what race you are, what gender, but everyone has the opportunity to take on a goal and complete it. The next one is from poetry, and I chose Rumble in the Jungle because I think that this book is quite pleasant and very fun to read. It is a book that, through rhymes, through poetry, tells children about the characteristics of different jungle animals, and I think it does it in a way where it's entertaining, and I would definitely use this book if I would to teach a lower grade class, and I think that they would learn a lot from jungle animals and be engaged and entertained at the same time. The next one is science fiction. Science fiction I chose Aliens on Vacation because it was just kind of funny. It was about a boy who has to go stay with his grandmother and realizes that her house is a portal and she's the gatekeeper. She lets aliens in and out. And I really enjoyed reading this book. The last one is Traditional Literature Folk Tales. This is a story about Tiki Tiki Tembo, and it's a Chinese folklore, and I feel like this book really gives Chinese tradition and helps kids understand, and that's why it was one of my favorites as well. My least favorite were Holes. I really didn't like this one. I kind of got bored through it as I read it, and also A Wrinkle in Time. But overall, my experience with this was at first it was kind of tough because I had never used this virtual library and I had no clue what I was doing. But throughout it, I played a couple of times with it and I figured out how to do it. I even had to seek help from colleagues. But after figuring it out, I actually had fun with it. I realized how many books I was actually interested in. It was hard to limit myself to just 3 books, but overall, great experience. And that's my virtual library. Thank you.